Okay. So it's now September 11th, 2 p.m. Tisha took Andre out for a little while. So that means I don't have to hear it in the background or whatever. And hopefully I won't get too many distractions. So we're going to see how long I do this today, people. So I'm going to pick up where I left off last night. I'm working halfway in the middle of the book, and because I didn't start doing the lines until I got into, like, you know, I don't know what page it was before I started lining things off, and then I just kept lining things off. Let's see when I started. I think I started on page 28, because there's nothing, I have to backtrack. That's what I'm doing. Oh no, 29, just hold on. I did those ones already. 24. I didn't start lining things off until page 24. So I have to backtrack between 1 and 24 and line off those sections. Like 10 on the amendment is A of number 36, but I have to line off B, C, and D. 37 on page 12 is 7 on the amendment, but I have to line off A, B, C, and D. Do you see? So I have to go backtrack 24 pages that way. And then I stopped at, the other night, on page 81. So between 24 and 81, everything's lined off, right? But I have to go from 82 all the way to page, this is what I'm going to do a lot today, 114. So that's what, another 30 more pages there. And then I've got to do the legal basis, which is, or maybe this is, no, this is relief sought. Then I have to go through the relief sought and line out that, which is 10 pages. And then I got to go into the legal basis and line off that, which is 1, 2, page 47. So I got 47 pages to do with that. But a lot of that, though, is sections under the Criminal Code of Canada. Because I took the time to actually write out the whole thing so that people didn't have to go on the computer and look online or look in the Criminal Code Book of Canada. Oh, hold on. We're in the trial now, right? And okay, and because you know I'm going to ask to be using this notice of claim as evidence, right? Because that's my reference, people. So, you know, and then we've got, what else have we got here? I'm just touching base with you. I mean, it's pretty well written down here, right? Yale Road Center located, blah, blah, blah. A license, okay, let me read page 19, number 19, with legal basis. Yale Road Center located at blah, blah, blah in Surrey, a licensed adult residential care unit, which Uncle John and I were led to believe was a temporary care unit. That doesn't sound like it's a temporary care unit, right? Did not follow through on a proper care plan for Mr. John Duncan that under the Community Care and Assisted Living Act under Schedule Section 7 is mandated by law. And then I took the time to write rights of adult persons in care. The right of an adult person in care are set out in clauses 1 to 5 of this section. And then I didn't write out, in this case, everything. I just put down, okay, commitment to care, 1A-B. So it'd be 1 with little brackets with the A, brackets with the B, right? So you can just go into the Community Living Act, which is going to be submitted as evidence, right? And you look up that, right? Yeah, everybody's got to go find it and go look at it so we can read it. Right to health, safety, and dignity. 2, A, B, C, D, E, F. Rights to participation and freedom of expression. 3, A, B, C, D, E, F. Rights to transparency and accountability. 4, A, B, C, D, E. Scope of rights. 5, A, B. Complaints that rights have been violated. 2, 1, and 2. Protection of a person. 3, no right to sue. No right to sue. 4, no right of action lies and no right of compensation exists by reason only of a violation of a right set out in the schedule. In other words, they give you a bunch of fucking rights, but you can't use those rights to protect yourself. They just say that you have rights. Okay? That's why I included the Criminal Code of Canada, right? Because this here, under their Community Care Living Act, is just something that's like, I don't know. Anyway, 20, title, Teresi of law of larceny and kindred offenses, such as adulteration, blackmailing, burglary, conspiracy to defraud, embezzlement, extortion, false pretense, frauds and cheats, piracy, receiving stolen goods, robbery, and trespass, depriving the property by, and then it says Stuart so-and-so, author something, Chicago, whatever. Must be something that, okay? And then, yeah, these are like court cases and stuff. This is something here that you can look up. This is a court case from the 1800s, people. Because when this shit started, I went to the courthouse and I went to the library and I said, I want something on extortion. Find what kind of case. And they pulled me up something from the 1800s. So I included it as a legal basis. Because we're dealing with a form of extortion here, in my opinion. And that's why I listed the Criminal Code of Canada. Duties trending to preservation of life. Offenses against persons. Now, this is under the Criminal Code of Canada. And if you notice, since I have it right in front of me, I can read it quite fluently. And not only can I read it quite fluently, I understand what the fuck I'm reading. And not only that, but if you ask me, I can tell you where it fits into the agenda of the notice of claim as to how Fraser Health broke the law through their mandates of not following the rules and the regulations that the provincial government puts forward. Because we live in a lawless society. And that's why I have to draw lines for 4 days. Sit here for 4 days and just draw lines. So that everybody can pretend that this stuff is here, basically. Right? And even if I was to, trust me, I'm going to add these 74 infractions under the Criminal Code of Canada. Only I'm going to do it by number. Because I was told that the judge has access to all that information. And they know everything at the top of their fucking head. So when they read the number in terms of duties trending to preservation of life, offenses against persons, because that's what happened to Uncle John and this family. Right? It's 215, period. Brackets 1 of the Criminal Code of Canada, duty of persons to provide necessaries. That's the title of it. Duty of persons. In other words, if you're a public servant, you are you're supposed to provide the necessaries to the person that you're serving your providing services to. Everyone is under a legal duty. If you're working for a government and you're employed to be a public servant, you have a legal duty. But everybody's running to the to their computers. I don't have a laptop, people. I can't bring a freaking laptop. Or they're pulling out their code. I want to make sure everybody's got a Criminal Code of Canada. And everybody gets a damn book. Right? Let's start a little fundraiser for one of these things. Do you see how many have been highlighted in there? A lot of them. The lawyer can have one, the judge can have one, I can have one, spectators can have one. Everybody gets a fucking book. Okay? So now we're in court, but we don't got time, right? Because we're rushing, everybody's rushing. So, you can't have the convenience of what is written in the book. You have to go to the book and damn look it up. So let's go look it up. 215.1. So we're in court now, people. This is the point of this video. We're in court now. And fuck, I can't see, people. I'm serious. I can't see this. With these glasses on, I can't see this. So guess what? I'll be like, well, Your Honor, I can't see. So you're going to have to give me a little more damn time so I can pull out my fucking magnifying glass and I can go look for it now. So let's go find it. Let's see how long it's going to take me to fucking find it. Yeah, I'm mad, people. I'm very mad. I'm very mad. This is not fair. This is not fair. Okay, here we go. I'm bringing my book with me. Do you see? Here we go. Right there. Duties of persons. As a parent, foster parent. Okay, I didn't click that one. I did the initial duties of persons to provide necessaries, and then I went to C. I got it written down here. Now, I can read this, but with this one, if you notice, I'm having to use a freaking magnifying glass. But we're in court with our books, so let's just continue reading with the magnifying glass. To provide necessaries of life to a person under his charge, if that person, and then they got one in little, brackets, right, is unable, by reason of detention, age, illness, mental disorder, or other cause, to withdraw himself from that charge. Well, that kind of suits Uncle John, right? And that's why Fraser Health Authority staff took charge of his life. And then 2, is unable to provide himself the necessaries of life. Well, fuck, they didn't even allow him to come home. So instead of having everybody pick up their book and start flipping through the fucking pages and pulling out the magnifying glass for the ones that can't freaking see, it's right here in black and white. I'll show you. There it is. That is applicable to what happened to Uncle John. And it goes on, and on, and on, and on, and on. So in this case, when I do my amendment, I'm just going to write down the freaking number and make reference to the Criminal Code of Canada. What else can I do, people?